Hello everyone and welcome back to another build video. The absolute mad lad Justin Solois8955 asked how I would go about making this ultimate manipulator character. And now there's two different ways that I thought we could take this. You've got the magical route and the non-magical route. So stay with me to the end to see all of the crazy ways that you can take this concept, and get ready to gaslight, manipulate, and terrorize all manner of your enemy NPCs. So just to preface this character concept, Justin described it as a character that has the ability to just convince or manipulate NPCs into sort of doing your dirty work. So you're sort of like this big puppet master controlling all of the different strings and all of the different pieces on the board. So right off the bat, this is going to be a really good build, in particular for games with a lot of heavy social intrigue. So, starting off, we have our magical options. The best way that I personally feel like we can manipulate others is with the raw power of enchantment magic. If you didn't know, enchantment magic charms creatures, and charmed creatures can attack you or target you with harmful effects, and any check you make to interact with that charmed creature socially is made at advantage. So it's a really interesting status effect. So to start with, one particularly fun and even really powerful option that I wanted to discuss is the Great Old One Warlock, the Gulak, as it is more commonly known. This is a subclass of Warlock that gives you access to some very nice damage resistances, and while we're here, we should consider taking some additional enchantment spells too. And now, unfortunately, Warlocks don't get any really cool class-exclusive spells, but regardless, the enchantment spells that they do get might be a little run-of-the-mill, but they are still a really big help for us. But now the main reason we're here in this subclass is the feature Create Thrall. What this feature does is it allows us to target an incapacitated humanoid and charm them until you use this feature on a different creature, or if the Remove Curse spell is cast on said creature. And while the humanoid is the target of your thrall, you can communicate to them telepathically. And doing this, you can issue orders to them and get them to do your bidding from anywhere. In my opinion, when it comes to building this concept as a whole, the Create Thrall feature is really the only really useful feature here for the subclass. Yeah, the enchantment spells can be good, but, you know, that's not particularly unique to the subclass. The Create Thrall is really the best part here, so just keep this in mind. I think it's a really fun option. I think you can do a lot with this feature, especially too if you create Thrall on such a powerful figure, because that's the thing with enchantment magic. You are only as powerful as the creature that you end up charming. So moving forward, still slightly with the alien/eldritch theme of subclasses, we'll be moving into the Aberrant Mind Sorcerer. With this subclass, you can make your sorcerer very customizable. Thanks to your feature psionic spells, you can get access to any enchantment or divination spell from the Warlock, Wizard, or Sorcerer spell list. This gives you tons of adaptability and utility as well. In addition, one big thing that I feel like is very strong, especially for this build, is the Sorcerer's meta magic. In the case of a lot of spells, if someone sees you cast it, they're definitely going to blame it on you. They are definitely going to be snitching on you, and then that's game over. And that's usually going to make your life much more difficult. And even too, your whole ruse and your manipulative master plan will just be spoiled. But thanks to Subtle Spell, you can cast your spells without any components. This is great for being an expert puppeteer, pulling the strings of everyone, and no one being any the wiser that it was really you manipulating everyone the whole time. In addition, Twin Spell and Extended Spell can help you get more mileage out of your spells, too. Twin Spell letting you target multiple creatures, and Extended Spell keeping your victims, targets, charmed for longer. And another fun aspect, too, it's weird to think about, but is possible, if you went Divine Soul Sorcerer. The reason for Divine Soul Sorcerer is that you would actually have all of the enchantment spells available to you on the Cleric spell list in addition to the Sorcerer spell list. And now, granted, that's not particularly a much wider pool. I do think that you would be getting a lot more with the Warlock, Wizard, and Sorcerer side. There's a certain flavoring of divine magic that, when mixed with the arcane, can lead to some really cool combos. And I also think, too, just being this sort of, like, demigod or, god-touched of some sort of, like, deity of beauty, of charm, or even trickery could be a really interesting aspect to take your characters. But that's just me. Moving forward, though, we have the Enchantment Wizard. And this, personally, is a great class for enchantment as a whole. It literally has it in the name. At 10th level, your split enchantment feature allows you to basically have a pseudo-twin spell meta magic for free. This allows you to target an additional creature when you target one with an enchantment spell. In addition, you also have the feature Alter Memories. This feature allows you to make a target forget some of the time it spent when it was under your charm effects. And as I was saying before, when it comes to certain things like protecting your cover as this master puppeteer, being able to just pick out little bits of your target's memories is going to be really helpful for you keeping a low profile. And of course, too, granted, if magic isn't your style, you still have the martial options. And now I know that sounds crazy, but yes, you actually do have a very unique combo that you can apply in regards to being a martial character. So the Rogue subclass, Swashbuckler, has a lovely feature called Panache. What this feature does is it allows you to make a persuasion check contested by a target's insight check, and if you beat the check, the target is charmed by you for a minute. Now combining this with things like Rogue's expertise, various skill boosting abilities, and whatever else have you, we can easily make it so that we never lose this check. And the best part about Panache is that it's one of these abilities that doesn't actually say that you're limited in how many times you can use it per day. You can just throw this up whenever you want to. But now, all of these features and subclasses as a whole give you loads of different ways that you can work with charm and persuasions. But if we're talking my best way we're making this, to make the best manipulator, I would use pieces of a lot of the builds and subclasses that we've talked about in this video. I think we should go 18 levels of Enchantment Wizard and then 2 levels of Aberrant Mind Sorcerer. With this combo, you do get access to Font of Magic, sorcery points, and additional spells from Sorcerer. And with 18 levels of Wizard, we can get access to Spell Mastery, which we can take for some great enchantment spells to have on perma-spam. In addition, we have the previously mentioned Split Enchantment and Alter Memories feature. But along the way with this build, what you'll want to do is take the Meta Magic Adept feat. With this, we get ourselves some additional sorcery points that we can also use to increase our sorcery point maximum, and in addition, we also get more options with Meta Magic. Personally, taking Extended Spell and even Twin Spell can be great, but really, Subtle Spell for me is one of my favorites in regards to this build. And even too, with Twin Spell, combining this with Split Enchantment, it can allow us to cast a single spell that normally would target one creature to target 3 instead, which can really give us a lot of mileage out of our spells. Anyways though, that is all the time that I have for this video. I hope that this gave you some fun ideas that you can use for your next charming character. And let me know in the comments what other sorts of builds or just things you want to see me cover next. And in the meantime, keep smiling, keep scheming, and I'll see all of you next time.